Institute here at the University of South Carolina, and it's been my delight for the last 3 years to run an institute whose signature activity is the Taiwan Conference. We've done this now for more than 20 years, so the Taiwan Conference is an incredible tradition, and we're just delighted to be able to do it again. What's happened in that 20 plus years is that there has been a community of scholars that has been created and sustained who come together on a regular basis and talk about important issues again. This year is the 21st annual Taiwan Conference, or 23rd, I'm sorry. And the theme is inspired by an issue that's generated a lot of discussion in the last few years, and that is conflict in the China Seas. We've had the good fortune to have topics for the Taiwan Conference that have really paralleled a lot of important issues happening in the region, and that's true now as much as any time. I'd like to recognize some of the distinguished visitors we have here, which is always a delight to have people who take a great deal of take time from very busy schedules to be with us. Stephen Weiwan Tai, who's the Director General of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Atlanta, and he'll be making some remarks shortly. I'll give him a more formal introduction. Peter Cho and his wife Fabia Cao. Also from the Atlanta office, and Mrs. Cao is here to visit tomorrow the campus as kind of a pre-visit before her son applies for admission to USC. So we're delighted that we're going to be luring somebody away from Georgia to Dr. Robert Thunell, who's the Associate Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and his wife Maureen, thank you for joining us. And Bob will be giving some remarks in a moment as well. Jimmy Chow and Mrs. Chow. Jimmy is president of the Chow's Construction Company here and has been a longtime supporter of the Taiwan Conference and is a USC grad, so it's always a pleasure to have you here. And an elected official in the audience, Ms. Beth Hutchison, is the chair of the Irmo Chapin School District Board, and so it's a delight to have elected officials here as well with us this evening. Let me just make some brief introductory remarks before I turn it over to the people who have more interesting things to say. The Walker Institute has had a long relationship with the TECO office in Atlanta, and that's what's made this annual conference possible. It's been a great opportunity for us to bring together scholars, to keep everybody up to date on what's happening in the region and what other people think about those events. This year's theme, as I mentioned earlier, is inspired by a big controversy at the moment. In the China Seas, we have competing territorial claims. We see contests that have material bases, mineral and fishing rights, and there are big issues. And it's a flashpoint often for some of the broader tensions or issues or conflicts in the region. So the theme for the conference is an important one, and we're delighted to have everybody here. I'd like to give a special recognition to Dr. Michael Hill, who is our director of the Center for Asian Studies. Michael is doing a fabulous job as director of the center. He's brought a lot of energy into bringing together all the faculty across the USC campus who do work on Asia, and he's just a fabulous person to work with. He's done a lot to bring this conference together, so it's a delight, Michael. We're just really glad that you're here at USC and that you do such good work for us. Also, thanks to Liz Duffy and the rest of the staff, Leanne, at the Walker Institute, who have done a lot to make sure that this is possible. Liz is kind of my right hand. She's the business manager for the Walker Institute. And when I get in trouble, she straightens me out too. So it's always important to have somebody to do that. But let me start by introducing our first guest this evening. Robert Thunell is the Senior Associate Dean for Natural Sciences in the College of Arts and Sciences since 2011. And Bob is a Carolina Distinguished Professor in the Department of Earth and Ocean Sciences. He's previously served as Chair of the Department of Geological Sciences, Director of the Marine Science Program, Director of the School of Earth and Ocean and Environment. His research has involved studying the ocean's response to climate change using a variety of geochemical techniques. His research has been continuously funded by NSF since he joined USC in 1979. For his research accomplishments, Professor Thunell has been elected a Fellow of the American Geophysical Union, the Geological Society of America, and the American Association for the Advancement of Science. As Senior Associate Dean for Natural Sciences, Professor Thunell coordinates the academic activities for biological sciences, chemistry and biochemistry, earth and ocean sciences, environment and sustainability, geography, marine science, mathematics, physics, psychology, and statistics. That's a lot of departments. The Senior Associate Dean for Natural Sciences also serves as an ex officio member of the Academic Planning Committee for the College of Arts and Sciences, and his specific tasks for the college involve strategic planning and policy development, faculty recruitment, retention and support, research development, budget development, management and allocation, and academic development and program review. So it's a pleasure to introduce to you who will offer remarks on behalf of the university, Senior Associate Dean Bob Thunell.